All right, Drew, my grandmother's favorite grandson, and she's
How's it
watching.
going?
She's watching right now, by the way. She already
Oh,
messaged me. She's
hey,
like, "I'm
Grandma.
back.
How's it
I'm
going?
back. I'm back."
Oh, man. Oh, Henry. A lot going on.
Why did you want to come up during the interview?
Because I felt that Aaron needed to know that he was supported. I felt that Aaron needed to understand that, because I felt like maybe he may not feel that a lot of the time, because I feel like he's taken on this project and he's got no help. He's got
he's
really
choosing.
not a lot of support.
I think he's choosing no help, so he gets all the credit.
No, in some way, I know in some ways he is, but I feel like just mentally he needs some support. And I'm gonna put this out there. I think that the Ranger community, and I'm talking about the actors, need to come forward and give Aaron some help. I mean, just being there for him mentally or whatever he might need. Let's say he does need something. I think that all of them, including Austin, need to come out and need to say something. And Karen Ashley, they all need to come up front and help this guy out, because hear me out, Henry. Just hear me out. They're going to conventions, right?
Yes.
Okay, they're making money. They got Ranger Stop. They got all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Every Power Ranger is making money because of Jason David Frank.
Okay, so
his popularity, and he started the convention scene for Rangers. Everybody knows this. They are making money, and you are riding on the fumes of JDF right now because he's not here anymore. So you're sucking the fumes off. And when the fumes are gone, what are you guys going to do when the conventions don't want you guys anymore? What are you going to do when the Power Ranger merchandise has been switched over to Playmates and it's terrible? What are you going to do when there's no more shows?
Mm-hmm.
You need to start answering that, because you guys are banking money off this hand and foot. And when it dies, what are you going to do? Are you going to go to Walmart to sign autographs for $10?
Holy
or
shit.
Are you going to stand with Aaron and help him get this done and find how to save this? And not just Legends of the White Dragon. I'm talking Power Rangers. Are you guys going to get together and do this? Or are you just going to sit back and lose what you have?
Okay.
Because this affects you guys too.
What if they come together to say, "Hey, Aaron, we want to help you," and he just says, "No, thank you"?
Then that's one that he made a decision on. Okay. Then and that's fine. But I think that they definitely need to make a stand and at least make that known. I think that they need to. And I think that even Austin coming forward and everything like that, because if Austin's going to say there's no problem and I'm all good and all this stuff like that, now's your time to show it. Now's your time to make things better. If you're going to be the Red Ranger leader and you're better than everybody else, then be the leader and jump forward and be the first one to say something. I challenge you to do that.
But if I am running a business, would I want someone who pled guilty conspiracy to wire fraud endorsing my product or not?
Don't have them touch the money. Just say I'm here for emotional support. Just say I support the project. That's all I'm saying. Saying I support the project. People that want to do more that are legitimate, and Aaron's cool with that, then all right. But just say I support the project for emotional support. Just say I stand behind the project. That's all I'm saying. Everybody get involved, because I haven't heard one of those guys or girls talk about this project and really talk about doing anything or what they could do, or they support JDF, especially even after he died.
The crazy thing is,
what's that?
Let's just say when Legend of the White Dragon comes out and there's a premiere, they're all going to be invited. And I imagine they're all going to repost it and say how proud they are of the project, yada, yada, yada. And they're going to, the people who could be there at the premiere are going to be at the premiere. But I'm curious to see if the whole community shows up. Not just show up in a post, but show up in person at the premiere.
Yeah. See, that's the thing about it, is show your love right now, all you guys, for JDF. Because of him, you have this.
Well,
And when he died,
Francis said they won't because it's all about jealousy.
See, that's what I'm getting to too. It's like, okay, you're going to use this guy. You're going to use him to get your foot in the door and get everything that you want. But when you really should come out for him to show some love, because now you have all the stuff you have, all the money you have, all the Galaxy production, whatever Zach McGinnis's company is called. You got all this because JDF made it possible for you to even step foot in a convention and get that type of money. Okay? All of you begging to go with him on conventions and all this stuff like that, and you can't even show up for him. I bet you even half of them didn't even show up to the funeral or try to even come. See, that's what's messed up. Now's your time to redeem yourself, and I don't see anybody standing around Aaron. I don't see anybody doing anything. Heck, I would even be surprised if any of you even called Tammy or Jenna or anybody. Because, see, this is what it gets down to. This whole situation gets down to this. And this is why, guys, I know you want to see this movie. I know there's a lot of things, Deoxy and all this back and forth, and Aaron did this, Deoxy did that. I got you, okay? But it gets down to this. This is JDF's last thing. Think about this, guys. This is his last thing. And he wanted it a certain way. And Aaron's trying to do what he can to get it to the certain way, the best he can right now. Okay. Despite what we all might think, that's the truth. He's really trying to do that. Jason was his guy. He really cared about him more than most people ever did, because we all know everybody used Jason. When I last saw Jason, I saw him in late August. I saw him, was the last time I saw him before this all went down. And let me tell you, the look he had on his face, because, we had been around each other last, so we got to know each other. So the look and the talk, how we approach each other was different than the rest of the people there. And one of the last things I said when I left, because there was a lot of people in line, I didn't want to, take up anybody's time, and he's paused and he looked at me. And in that moment, I didn't see JDF. I didn't see Tommy Oliver. You know what I saw? I saw Jason. And in that moment, Jason looked alone and he looked sad and he looked hurt.
Are you saying that's what Aaron looks?
Yeah, he does. He does. He's a good dude, and he's trying to live it up and answer questions very much like JDF, in it and trying to be there. But the dude, I think he's going through some things with this.
Because you might be right. You might be right. You might be right. This is some strange behavior online.
Yeah, we need, that's what I'm getting to. I think he's acting out over this because mentally it's really hurt him. And I think we need to be there for him. I think that we really need to do that for him and let him know that he does matter and he is special. Okay. I think that's really important,
Sure.
I just had most of the people I went to high school with and people I grew up with, a lot of them are dead. I just had 2 girls I went to high school with die last week. Okay? One, okay. Like, seriously, right, people
don't say that word, man. Like,
oh, sorry.
Don't say that word.
Other word, not good. Okay, gotcha.
Oh,
but I'm just being real with you guys. You know me, I'm just real with you guys. And I think we do need to be there for Aaron because he's going through a lot more things. And just imagine, like, I'm not saying this, but let's say something weird did happen. What would you all say then? Like,
he should have got help. He should have got help.
There you go.
If he needs help, he should go get help. But at the same time, I'm not going to excuse him lying on Deoxy, saying Deoxy lied when he's just trying to protect his ego. Look, you going through some shit, cool, go get some help. But I'm not excusing your actions.
I don't think you should excuse his actions, and I'm with you,
and the whole, like, well, give him support. Like, well, are we going to hold him accountable for what he just did to Deoxy? Are we going to hold him accountable for everything he went on Twitter and said? Are we going to hold him accountable, or are we just going to be like, well, he's going through some mental stuff, let's give him a pass?
I think we need to look at both sides, and I think we need to, think about both situations.
You still didn't answer if we hold him accountable, though.
We can hold them accountable for that. That's fine. But we also got to hold Deoxy accountable too. That's all I'm saying.
What did Deoxy do? Please tell me.
Okay. Is Deoxy, let me put it to you like this. Is Deoxy really,
go ahead.
Okay. Is Deoxy really trying to make this right? Is he really, really trying to make this right?
Deoxy does not need to do anything to make this right. Aaron needs to make it right.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Are you of the opinion that Deoxy put something false in his video about Aaron?
I'm not going to say that, but I'm just saying, okay.
Well, you're saying Deoxy did something wrong. As you see, I perked up.
No, I'm not saying Deoxy did anything wrong. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so if Deoxy didn't do anything wrong, why would he need to make anything right?
Because sometimes it takes a bigger man to come forward.
No,
and talk with it. No, sometimes it's like that. Henry, sometimes it's like that, man.
Look, Doc, I've been the bigger man plenty of times. I'm being the bigger man today. But if someone calls me out and says I'm lying, and you're like, well, they're going through mental issues, be the bigger man. I'm like, no, you're not about to discredit me and then tell me to be the bigger man because you're going through some mental shit. You need to state that I was not lying. And if you want to seek help after that, cool. But I'm not about to be the bigger man because you got a lot on your shoulders. That does not excuse you lying on me, weaponizing your fan base to attack me. So no, Deoxy does not need to do anything to make it right. In fact, Deoxy did way too much to accommodate Aaron's fragile ego to keep going forward. Like, oh, I'm gonna just rename the video. He should have did shit. He should have told Aaron to kick rocks. Sorry you lost your friend, but as far as changing the video, that has no bearing. That's me. I'm not like, oh, well, he's going through a lot. I don't give two shits. A lot of people going through a lot of things. That does not give them anything to be like, oh, well, this person is lying on me. They're weaponizing their fan base against me. They're threatening lawyers against me. Let me give them a pass and be the bigger man. There are times you could be the bigger person, but this ain't one of them. This ain't one of them. So, but go ahead. If you think Deoxy need to do something right to make it right.
I just think in order to deal with the situation right, both people just need to come to the same level and just work it out.
I 100% disagree with you, but keep going. Go ahead.
I just think that will fix this whole situation. Like they can start a healing process.
Did you see the?
I mean, yeah.
Did you see the DMs? Were you here for the DMs?
I saw the DMs. I saw.
Where Deoxy was like, I was just going to go along to be nice and change it. Like when you see the interview, you're going to be like, hey, Deoxy he going to say, oh, I just went along to be nice, but I knew I didn't have to do anything for the video. So he did make it right, but he shouldn't have had to do anything. I would have told Aaron to kick rocks. So it's luckily that it's Deoxy and not someone like me or even a bigger creator. They would have told him to off. Oh, you got mental issues? All right, cool. We hope you get some help. But in the meantime, off. But that's the real world. But, and Heirloom is right. Stop being blinded by JDF. I'm not saying that's you, but a lot of people like, well, he lost a friend. Yeah, a lot of people lost somebody. What are we approaching? 2 years ago? I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's about 2 years. I just seen a lot of people like just stuff just happened that like, so, I can't say the word, but, and, violence and just different things that just got out of hand, and I'm just like, yeah, I think we got to do something a little bit better about it.
Okay.
I'm just tired of seeing people get in these spots and bad things happen.
So Drew is coming from a place of compassion.
So I'm really trying to, because I just seen, because I had a brother that did that.
Okay, so you worried about Aaron doing some self-harm. Any last words, Drew?
Yeah, I want to say to Francis, like I really felt for Francis, I hope she's doing well, and my heart goes out to you, and I hope your son's feeling better, and that you're doing okay. We appreciate you even making this whole thing happen. We really do. So you've got a lot of love for me. So.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's my grandmother's favorite grandson. All right. Let's bring up. Look, man, when he was like, Deoxy need to make her, I'm like, hey, yo, look, Drew's my guy, but that Deoxy need to make it right shit. I'm like, he ain't do nothing wrong.